Have you ever looked at someone in their 80s or 90s moving with ease and just wondered, how do they do that? Especially when it feels like so many of us start feeling the aches and pains in our 60s? Well, it turns out a huge piece of the puzzle comes down to a few simple daily habits.
And just look at this contrast. It's staggering, really. In the US, the average person's healthy lifespan wraps up around age 66. But then you look at Japan, and they have more than 95,000 people who are over 100 years old. I mean, that's not just a statistic, it's a completely different way of experiencing the later decades of life.
So you have to ask, right? What is their secret? Is it some kind of superfood, a pricey supplement you can only get there? Nope. The real answer is so much simpler, and frankly, it's something any of us can do.
Their secret isn't something you buy in a bottle. It's a daily movement routine. And get this, it's been a part of their culture and nationwide habit since way back in 1928. It's this quiet, consistent thing they do that just builds up a lifetime of strength and resilience.
And here's the best part. The routine is just 6 gentle movements. We're talking minutes a day, not hours. You don't need a gym membership, you don't need any special gear. It's practiced by everyone, from kids to great-grandparents, because its real power is in building a foundation of strength, balance, and confidence that pays off for decades to come.
All right, so let's break it down. We're going to start with the first 3 movements. Think of these as pouring the concrete for your foundation. They're absolutely essential for your mobility and independence down the road.
First up, we have Shikodachi. You might know it as the sumo stance. And don't worry, you don't have to be a giant athlete to get the benefits. This posture is brilliant because it builds the exact kind of leg strength you need for everyday life, like getting up from a low chair or taking the stairs with confidence. So here's how you do it. You're going to stand with your feet pretty wide, about twice the width of your shoulders, and point your toes out at a 45-degree angle. Then you just slowly lower your hips, keeping your back nice and straight. And hey, put your hands on your thighs for support if you need it. Now, the real magic here is in the mechanics. This wide stance takes the pressure off your knees and puts it onto the big muscles in your glutes and inner thighs. That's why it actually works more muscles than a normal squat, but with way less strain on your joints. It's the perfect antidote to stiffness from sitting all day. And this is the key takeaway right here. The muscles you're working, we should call them your independence muscles. Seriously, when you keep these muscles strong, you keep the freedom to move how you want to move. It's like turning back the clock on your body by 20 years. Okay, next up is Nekowashi Dashi, the cat stance. So if the sumo stance was all about power, this one is all about finesse. It's a subtle move from karate that literally wakes up your body's personal alarm system, your sense of balance. It's really simple. You just put most of your weight on your back leg, while the ball of your front foot is just barely touching the ground. See, by creating that little bit of instability, you're forcing all these deep stabilizer muscles to fire up. These aren't your big, showy muscles. They're the little, intelligent ones around your ankles, deep in your core. They're the ones that make thousands of tiny adjustments to keep you from falling. This move basically puts them through a fire drill. All right, for our third foundational movement, we're heading down to the floor for seiza, which translates to proper sitting. This ancient practice is such a gentle yet incredibly effective way to fight back against the bad posture that tends to sneak up on us as we get older. You just kneel down and sit back on your heels, focusing on keeping your spine tall and relaxed. Now, if this feels a bit tight, no problem. Just slide a cushion or yoga block between your heels and your hips for a little extra support. What's so amazing about this is that it naturally stretches the front of your thighs and the tops of your feet, the very muscles that get super tight from sitting in chairs and pull our bodies into that hunched forward slump. Seiza just resets your alignment. Okay, foundation is built. Now for the next 3 movements, we're going to shift focus a little. This is all about tuning your deep inner strength and learning to calm your nervous system. This is Zazen, or seated meditation, but I want you to think of this as more than just being quiet. This is an active posture. It's an isometric hold that builds incredible physical endurance in your core while also bringing a sense of calm and clarity to your mind. It's a 2-for-1 workout. So you sit tall on a cushion, spine straight, and you're instantly engaging all those deep postural muscles that support your back. But here's the really cool part. The science shows that this posture actually helps stimulate your body's rest and repair mode. It's like sending a direct signal to your nervous system that says, hey, we're safe. You can focus on healing now. Now let's take that inner strength and make it powerful with Kibadachi, the horse stance. You can just picture samurai warriors using this to build a solid, unshakable base. For us, it's about training for everyday independence and preventing those really dangerous falls that happen from the side.
Now notice the difference from the sumo stance. Here, your feet stay parallel, pointing straight ahead. As you sink down, you feel it working the muscles on the outside of your hips. This is crucial because it improves something called proprioception. You can think of proprioception as your body's internal GPS. It's that sense of knowing where you are in space without having to look. It naturally fades with age, but moves like this keep it sharp, which is absolutely vital for staying on your feet.
And for our final movement, we're using a modern classic that acts as the ultimate progress report, the wall squat, or the invisible chair. This is where you put everything we've built to the test and really see your foundational strength in action.
It's simple, right? Just slide your back down a wall until your thighs are parallel to the floor and hold it. The magic here is that this isometric hold targets your slow twitch muscle fibers. Those are your endurance muscles, the ones you need for walking, standing, and just getting through your day without getting tired. Plus, this kind of load-bearing exercise improves circulation and is fantastic for helping maintain bone density. It's your personal strength barometer.
Okay, so now we know all 6 movements, but knowledge is one thing, action is another. So how do we actually weave this into our real lives without it feeling like a chore? Let's put it all together into a super simple plan. And you don't have to do them all at once. Look at this, you can just split them up. In the morning, you do a quick 2.5-minute routine to reset your posture and wake up your balance. Then sometime in the evening, maybe while you're watching TV, you do a 4-minute strength routine. It's such a small investment of time, but the returns compounded day after day are just incredible. And that really gets to the heart of this whole thing. This is more than just a list of exercises. It's a completely different philosophy on how to approach not just aging, but life in general. It all comes down to the Japanese concept of kaizen, which basically means change for the better. It's this powerful idea that small, consistent, daily improvements, not giant, overwhelming changes, are what lead to profound transformations over time. This little 5-minute routine, it's kaizen for your body. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Your future self, the strong, capable, vibrant person you hope to be in 10, 20, even 30 years, they're watching you right now. They're counting on you. So what's the one small step you're going to take for them today?